Henry McClure live, 12/12, 12/12, 2016. So I got to give you a movie review. And if you know a little bit about Henry McClure, I've always been a really, really big movie fan. I also think movies are the best way to give people analogies into life and what you're thinking. And hey, did you see this movie? Because this situation, because not only does it give you a visual insight, you can relate to the actors. So, and I think I'd really love to be in the movie business as far as being a producer of the movies. And we all know, based on my videos, about, I don't really fit into the talent side of the movie industry. Maybe cameo roles only. Like there's this one director that's always putting himself in he's in the Marvel movies, the Thor and the Civil War movie about the Avengers. But anyway, so the movie that I saw and we're reviewing today, it's called Miss Sloan. And Miss Sloan is just off the hook. It's a great movie, especially with everything. Now, this is Hollywood being really smart, because with everything after seeing Trump and Clinton with their presidential bullshit, a movie about lobbyists was beautiful. And also, too, this movie really reminded me of a person who is near and dear to my heart, who I really love and care about. And I know she is this person if she would get a clear head. And it was kind of interesting last night watching the movie and giving my daughter the drug addiction side of this, because she's hooked on speed. And what speed does to you is, it brings you up to this level, and it's that high that you get, it's like the first drink or the second drink, that high you get, that really, whoa. But what speed does, it takes you to that level and then jettisons you out into the future. It's like, whoa, I'm going fast. It's almost like Star Wars when you go in the first time they went into hyperspace. It's like when you get that speed high, and what an addiction. But what I love about this movie is also how this woman is addicted to her profession. And there were so many interesting analogies in this movie about a good friend of mine. I remember the first time she told me to watch The Last Seduction, and I looked at her and I said, that is not you. I didn't want that to be her. And I think as she matures and can get her head clear, and actually if she'll watch Miss Sloan, she can really realize that me saying that you're like this person is such a compliment. And so as a business guy, deal maker, I'm totally turned on by this woman. And it's got a shocking end. And it's really cool because it's about loyalty. It's about the system. And this is the true system of New York, or not New York, but Washington. And lobbying and just really how it works. And when everybody says we need to drain the swamp, man, do we need to drain the swamp. So go see Miss Sloan. You will you will find it quite interesting on really seeing kind of a true insider's look at really how Washington goes down. You will see if you're a drug addict, you'll really connect with the movie. It's for the type A drug addict personality. So it's like, so there's many levels of real life that I connected with Miss Sloan. Jessica Chastain really pulls this off in a fashion that she really brings the character to life, and you can you can feel the pain, and you can see the pain that she has with her career, her drug addiction, and her ability to manipulate to a level that is just off the chart. And that's what I was telling Bianca about. Bianca's my daughter, of course. I was telling Bianca about a project that I did in college, or called the College Hill Project. It was lobbying. There was so much percentage of the business was just lobbying the public and politicians that hey, this is a worthy project. And I really dug that side of it. I love sitting at the table and signing a deal and going to a closing and getting a paycheck. I mean, that's what every real estate deal is worth doing. It's worth making money at it. And College Hill for me, it got me out of debt, and I had a really good year that year. And what was a shame for me was, besides College Hill, paying off my debt, putting a little money in my pocket, sold a big, had a big land deal close. What was really sad at the end of the day was it was the beginning of the end of my marriage, because we really, you came to the conclusion money ain't buying happiness. It solves, I think it makes life convenient, but I really identified that with the relationship I had with my wife, that I wasn't, we weren't going to be happy broke or rich. Here, Wilson wants to say hi. There's Charlie Wilson. He's just over here. Okay. Man, you're ready for a bath. So go see Miss Sloan. It's a good movie. It moved me. It made me think of somebody I love, how I'd like them to be better. For me, it's 19 months, 10 days, and several hours into being clean and sober. But fuck that. Sobriety's not gonna be the biggest thing in my life. Okay, well, welcome to the real world. Welcome to reality. Now, okay. So what? You're sober. Does that, is AA really Assholes Anonymous? Kind of on a wild note here, they have life coaches. I think I could be a death coach. I've seen so much death and experienced what I feel was the closest thing to death that I've ever come to. And the pain that I felt prior to the white light and my transcendence was a pain that I never want to feel again. And you have to answer for all the pain you've created. So in the movie, Miss Sloan, she actually has to go to prison because of she used illegal surveillance to win. And that surveillance is what made the House of Cards follow. There's another thing in the movie that Bianca and I were talking about. There's two guys. There's a guy that gets killed in the movie, and I almost deep down think that she did it. But from my analogy from my analogy and my caring for my friend not being a Last Seduction analogy, because if this were The Last Seduction meets Mrs. Sloan, well, yeah, definitely then the killing was a setup. So from the personal standpoint for the friend, I don't want that movie to carry over into this movie, if that makes sense. If you can, only she could probably connect with me in this level, because it's about a brilliant movie pulled off by brilliant acting, brilliant storyline about real world politics. So if you get a chance, go out and see Mrs. Sloan. Henry McClure, live on 12/12/2016.